Today's podcast is brought to you by Douglas Plant Health. To unharness your soil's fertility and to maximize yield, consider Douglas Plant Health. Sometimes in life, you find yourself on the right side of the line. Do you think there's a little PTSD somewhere in there in the biathlon? I mean, you've got somebody wore out to their wits' end, and now you're going to hand them a rifle? Is that really a good idea?
I mean, I'd be like that one girl, Carrie Strug, and she made that jump with a broken ankle. I could do that.
Live from Texas, this is the Dryline Farmer Podcast. You hear that? It's Brent and Landon, and this is the Dryline Farmer Podcast.
Yes, ma'am, it is. This is the Dryline Farmer Podcast, and I'm your host, as always, Brent Carlson. Along with me, as always, Landon Nolan. Landon, what's been shaking in the land of the co-op?
Oh, just the same
Why
old
are
Brent.
Why are you giggling? There's absolutely it's the wildest environment I've ever heard of.
Oh, it's happening, man.
I mean, it's almost like a underground poker game card runner or something.
Oh, it's wild.
It's a scene, man. It's a scene, man.
Scene.
Only reason I bring that up, I just got finished listening to the book Molly's Game. It's about this gal. She got into that didn't really get into. I guess she did. She was started out working for this guy over in California. She was like a big comes from I don't know if it's an affluent family, but a really driven family, and they were like Olympic skiers and stuff. Anyway, she gets over to California and starts working for this like high rich guy, and he's real demanding. Anyway, he's a big in on the poker scene and plays with celebrities, and so as the story goes, she ends up running these games. Like she calls like Ben Affleck's in it, and Toby Maguire's a big major player in it, and a whole lot of other celebrities, and these end up being like huge, like, you know, $500,000, $1 million games. And, people lose and stuff. Anyway, and it's you ought to check it out. They made a movie about it here 3 or 4 years ago with that Jessica Chastain. I'm gonna have to check that out. But it was a pretty good movie. Landon, we used to play cards not once a week, but maybe a couple times a month at best, if everybody wasn't already in their comfy clothes.
Yeah, man. Some 25-year-old males are just pathetic.
I mean, I tell you, when you don't have a life, you don't have a life. You go play poker. Yeah. So
I already got my pajama pants on.
I'm already in my comfy pants, man.
would sure hate to make you waste that 12 seconds to change back.
Yeah, I know, right? That just are you even trying to like this? Yeah. So yeah, what's the you ever had a big, like a pretty sizable score in a poker game?
No, I mean,
like what's the biggest? $100 or?
At most. I think I won close to 51 out at your house.
Yeah,
which was pretty big for one of those games.
Yeah, they were high stakes. Let me tell you. But
yeah.
I think the best I ever made. I might have made $150 or something one time at a different game. But we went out to Vegas for one of my buddies' bachelor parties, and we got in on one of those. They had daily games there, and I was, of course, the first one out. So which I thought I knew a little bit about something about playing Hold'em back then. I didn't know anything. I don't think any of us did. But I played.
It was easy playing at your house because, about a third of the guys couldn't tell the difference between a heart or a spade.
Yeah. Hey, I don't think that's very damn funny.
Yeah. Is that two? Is that a heart or a spade?
What's that little? When they start putting stems on the hearts.
Yeah. Is that an artery?
Look at it. It's all clovers.
I think I'm gonna re-raise.
Yeah, I think I'm all in. But the way I always played those games at my house is I'd always just go ahead and get that first buy-in out of the way so I could go ahead and get to my second buy-in because I always seem to do better on that one. So yeah, it's Yeah. But no, I've played quite a bit on my phone, just for fun the last couple of years, and I kind of go in spurts here and there, and it gets pretty fun. Of course, it's a whole lot faster. You have like, what do you have? 7 or 8 seconds, maybe 10 seconds to make your call or fold or whatever. So it's a pretty fast paced deal, but it's pretty fun. It kind of helps hone your skills a little bit. I still I miss it. I like doing the live stuff a lot better with the
I do too.
Actual people and stuff. Of course, I mean, this isn't for real money, and I mean, that wasn't really either. They were $20 buy-ins or something. So we were really high rollers at that time. We had the velvet table and the folding chairs. So
but there's always that one guy that he'll lose and he won't show you his cards.
Yeah, like
but he demands to know what you had.
But yeah, exactly. And I didn't know. So I've watched quite a bit of poker now, and a lot of that somebody has to show their hand, and whoever they think has the winning hand, they're going to show it. And nobody's only person that's obligated. Only when people are obligated is when everybody's all in and that's still in the hand. Is that right?
I think.
Or is that just etiquette? Maybe. Well, but I think
at some point you have to prove it, or the other guy's going to take the pot.
Well, no, I know. If you think you've got it, you're obviously going to show. But
yeah.
But I guess that's more etiquette than anything. But it's but no, I've learned a lot of that stuff. I've watched so many Phil Hellmuth blow up videos that it's God, that guy's such a child. I'm like, surely this guy's not that big of an asshole, but I think he is because he is such a sore loser, and he's a sore winner. But anyway, he's one of those guys where
I've seen Rounders like 12 times. That's where I got all my knowledge.
See, I haven't seen Rounders. I haven't
Dude,
seen it.
You need to watch that.
I've watched 21 and Rain Man. That's my.
That's pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Rounders is right up there with them though.
Now, does that have Matt Damon? No, is that Matt Damon?
Definitely Matt Damon.
I'm not if we don't see Judge Wapner in 15 minutes, he's gonna have a shit fit right here in your living room.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah, that was back like early 2000s Rounders.
Yeah, 98, 99.
So
there.
Oh, so
it's
they put
Edward Norton in it too.
So are they playing Hold'em or
John Malkovich? Yep.
Oh, okay.
Hold'em.
I see. I'm gonna have to watch it. No, I never have seen it, but
that's a really good one. John Malkovich is good in it.
Yeah. Have you seen Being John Malkovich?
No.
That's kind of because he's in it, right? He plays.
I would think so.
Yeah. Well, JFK. There's been movies made about him, and he wasn't actually in any of them. So that's really not that far out. But
true. But
everybody in those movies, 99% of them are pretending to be somebody else.
Okay, fair enough. John Malkovich isn't really on par with like Kennedy and Lincoln, though.
Well, okay, yeah. That brings me to the deals where if you're older, everybody. Of course, the biggest picture as far as about knowing about something that you weren't even alive for. How many times has the freaking dimmer switch in the floorboard gone around Facebook? If you're old enough to know what this is, you need to get your ass checked or something. Everybody knows what the floor dimmer switch is now. My kids know what the floor dimmer switch is now. I wish they still had the floor dimmer switch. I love that thing.
Man. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah, you could click with your foot. Of course, now my fancy old pickup's got the automatic headlight dimmers, so that's kind of cool. But
when was the last time you could use your foot to show someone your high beams?
I know, right? That's we've still got one farm pickup that has it, but there's just something satisfying about that little on your foot. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of one of those entertaining, satisfying deals. Kind of like when you watch on TV or watch on your computer while you're supposed to be doing your work. Those quote satisfying videos. But what do you? I know you've seen. What do you find satisfying in some of those videos? What do you like? Do you like to watch where they like pave something and like smooth out the concrete after they've paved it and stuff like that?
What videos?
Where it's just a video of something like real benign, like somebody's laying a sidewalk and then they go over and smooth it out, like kind of an OCD type of thing. And they draw like these straight lines with a comb or whatever. And you don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do I need to
little bit.
share my screen? Here, let me go up here.
No, please don't do that.
Yes, I'm gonna do it.
I like the videos where they have those big like crusher things and they like throw like a refrigerator in there.
Like that.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah, I do love those. Those are pretty awesome. Of course, my YouTube is being extremely slow now, but yeah, the crusher video, I want one of those. You think it's just what do you think? It's on just a hydraulic pump?
I would assume so.
Yeah, because I mean it's in slow. I don't know what the torque or what are they or not torque? What would it be? PS or no? How it creates all that PSI, but whatever the case, I'm gonna put in satisfying videos / fans only. Oh wait, shit.
/ high beams.
Yeah, satisfying videos / high beams.
Now, a few months ago, one of our neighbors, one of their trees partially blew down, so they had it trimmed and had part of it cut up. And that crew showed up where they mulched the limbs or whatever, grind it down. Man, my kid sat there and watched that whole thing. She didn't move. She was watching it in the window. It's freaking awesome.
Right. Okay. Let's see here. Here we go. So, what is that gal doing here? Oh, then there's these welding videos. Yeah.
When I woke up in the morning,
You have to wear sunglasses to watch this?
he was so alive.
No, never mind. This computer sucks so bad. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's right. You can't see these, can you?
There are people who hate Mondays, and there are those who love
Huh?
I see them.
No, you couldn't hear it, though.
No,
their job.
but it's about watching. Oh, my gosh.
So this guy's just throwing bricks. There's 4 guys doing the, there's a Chinese gal.
Got the chain gang there hammered in a nail.
Yeah, I got the brick dominoes. I don't really get, because that's cool.
Wow.
So in this video, these guys are laying bricks and they stand them up on end and then they knock them all down in dominoes for like this whole length of the wall, and then they come back and then they all fall into place. But don't they have to mortar them first? I kind of figured that's kind of got to be kind of important on that.
Yeah, that would be the ultimate trick.
Yeah. So, yeah, that would be the ultimate trick. Yeah, that was cool. Now pick them all back up and start mortaring that shit.
Yeah, that's when the foreman shows up and he's like, "Hey, good trick. Now go do your effing job."
Yeah, you're docked an hour.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So anyway, yeah, the satisfying videos, those are good deals. But no, the poker games, I missed out. On them, of course. COVID. I guess could you do it? I mean, if you had we don't really have any friends this honorable or honest, but you could technically do it on Zoom during the COVID deal. I mean,
poker game?
Yeah. I mean, you could obviously do it online but if you wanted to get the real feel, you could do it on Zoom. And all right, nobody look. Write down your card.
Okay. Everybody look away. I'm going to show Landon his cards.
Yeah, right. I guess those smart guys could probably fix it where only one screen can see it at a time or something. I don't know.
Who knows?
It would just be a whole lot easier to do it online via a program.
I'm not that hard up to play poker.
No, I'll just get on my phone and do it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Brent goes all in, and suddenly my jack becomes a 3.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, do you have those up your sleeve?
Was this your card?
Well, before we get any further, we're going to do one real quick spot for you, and this is again by Douglas Plant Health. Now, for many years, U.S. farmers in select markets have trusted SP-1 as an integral part of their crop's fertility program. Landon, have you trusted in SP-1 yet?
Oh, I trust it.
Because today, as fertilizer prices soar like at your local co-ops and supply chain challenges loom, DPH Biologicals is expanding access to this trusted biofertilizer, helping growers circumvent supply challenges while improving crop yield and profitability. With TerraTrove SP1 Classic, the complete biofertilizer, you can replace up to 50% of your starter fertilizer. Visit dphbio.com. I'm going to have to put some background music on that. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
That'd be like the who has the real fancy with FMC or It's all in the how they modulate and do all that compressor and stuff, and I just don't take the time to do that. But you live and you learn, and you go on and do your thing. But let's see. So poker, yeah, we love that. What would you say you'd be willing to play your biggest buy-in now? What would you be willing to buy in? What's your biggest buy-in you've ever done?
Oh, probably $50.
$50. You're just a big risk taker.
I like to live on the edge.
Yeah, I thought you did. And how did that $50 one turn out? Is that the one you won in?
Now, I don't remember my biggest win, but I remember I remember coming to your house. What would we buy in for? $20?
Yeah. And
we'd be playing a bunch of guys, and I remember one time one of our friends had nothing, and he just kept calling, and he was like, "I'll pay $1 to see it." And I'm sitting here I've got the full boat, and I'm all happy.
Yeah.
He has nothing. He doesn't even have a pair. I'm like, why'd you keep doing that?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's just you just kept raising $1. I'd pay $1 to see it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, next time, what's the most that you would pay to see it?
Yeah, right.
Where's the limit? Because I'm going to start raising you that much every time.
I remember one night I had pocket aces 4 different times, and I think I won one of them.
Yeah.
One of the hands. Of course, back then, if I'd have known what I was actually doing, I probably would have pushed it a lot harder up front instead of. I mean, I got beat by better hands. Not just. I mean, I played them all the way through the river. I just got beat by better hands.
You had the worst tell ever. If you ever had good cards, you would be freaking grinning ear from ear.
No, I was not either.
Yes,
I would go silent. That's what I would do.
And then you could just stare at you and you just start freaking laughing. You're
yeah. Okay, Phil Hellmuth, Mr. freaking Poker Face. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my tails. We were all drinking beer and eating Cheez-Its. We all had a tail. It's called Orange Teeth.
Yeah.
Oh,
my dad, he said they used to play a game where you would stick one card on your forehead.
Yeah.
Like everybody else could see it, but you couldn't.
Uh-huh.
And so they would kind of know whether or not to bet against you because you might, if you got an ace stuck to your head, you might have a good hand.
Uh-huh.
But the guy with it on his head doesn't know. It's kind of like that episode of The Office where they put
right. Diversity Day.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. Would you like some Tookie? Oh, some Tookie.
Based on stereotypes I totally disagree with. You might not be the best driver. Oh, man, am I a woman?
Oh, man, am I a woman? Oh, man, just a classic show. But, yeah. No, it seems like I've heard of that game before. Of course, in college, it was all drinking games. So, what was there? Christmas Tree of Death. Of course, there was BS and quarters. And, oh, man, we got lit up on some good ones. The good thing is you always win. Nobody walks away empty-handed. So yeah,
until the next morning.
Oh God, the next morning. There's a birthday party for a friend we went to last weekend, and I was pretty impressed with myself. I didn't get lit to toe up from the flow up, but I can't believe I didn't hurt the next morning. I was pretty impressed with myself. Because usually I get that freaking. It's weird now. I get that freaking sinus headache the next morning, and I don't know why. I never used to get that, but it sucks for at least till noon. But and then I had a stomach bug on Sunday, and that was one of those deals where you should throw up and you feel better, but I just feel like I'm going to go to the 9th ring of hell while I'm doing it, so I just hold it all back as much as I can, knowing I'm still going to feel bad for 12 more hours.
I know you can sit there and fight it and fight it. And then when you finally do it, it's like you're coming out of the bathroom like Kramer when he passes that stone.
Yeah.
Whistling, I'm happy.
I'm a ripping Daisy dude all day. Yeah. It's like, why didn't I just go through it? Just say to yourself, man, I'll see you on the other side. That's all you got to say. Just look in the bottom of the bowl, the reflection in the toilet, and say, man, I'll see you on the other side.
Yep, here we go.
Oh, God. Yeah, I don't miss those days, though. I mean, they were fun, but I couldn't do it again. That's for the young folks, to say the least. But yeah.
Now you throw up and your abs hurt for a month.
You throw up because you're actually sick, and you don't feel guilty about it. You just feel like shit. So it's a terrible thing to go through. But I guess there's been a lot of stomach bug stuff going around in this great.
Our little one, she's been throwing up all day.
Oh man, in this great podcast material, just talking about our lives.
Yeah.
We're just gonna start recording our phone calls and call that a podcast because I'm pretty certain
Next week's podcast is just gonna be throw up sounds.
yeah, pretty much. Or yeah, and so there's a couple kittens. They were near death about 2 hours ago at my dad's. I guess the cat abandoned them or whatever. I'm like, all right, well I'll bring him down here anyway. So I'm like, what? And they were cold. Like, they were already getting cold. I'm like, man, there ain't no way these cats are going to freaking make it. Anyway, I got a blow dryer out, and I started heating them up, and God almighty, and I actually had a little nursing ability, so I got a little, like, these little syringes and got some milk. I can't believe it got it down them, but hell, I can hear them. The boys have them upstairs right now, and they're freaking yelping and all kinds of stuff. I can't believe they got that much energy because I'm pretty certain they were almost dead. So it's I don't know how I'll still be surprised if the one of them makes it, but it's a great thing of life to go through with those things. But yeah, they're harping like freaking birds up in a nest. It's it might be my Frankenstein. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see.
So you're gonna see do you have any mama cats that might take them on?
So that's the thing. We had a cat, female. We got the male cat that we've had for a while now. And we fixed him, though, but we had this other cat. It was like probably a year younger. Anyway, it's a female. We didn't have her fixed. Anyway, she ended up getting bred at some point because she was carrying around a belly, and then about 2 weeks ago, she disappeared. And I don't know. I'm like, well, but she probably went and hid and had those kittens somewhere. But we hadn't seen her. And then, anyway, I went down. I was at my dad's barn yesterday, and I heard something, and then I tracked him down, and I saw one by itself. I'm like, well, maybe the cat's in the middle of moving them somewhere, so I left him there. And anyways, I came back today, and there was two of them together, and I'm like, well, they don't look too hot, so I picked them up, brought them down, because I'm like, well, surely that cat didn't go all the way down to my dad's house, and because that's 3 or 4 miles, or 2 or 3 miles for a cat to travel that far just to do that. I don't know. It seemed kind of weird.
Pregnant cat.
Yeah. So, and I don't know.
Are you feeding them 1%? Because you could be getting them whole.
Oh, they need 110%. That's what they need. They need a freaking shot of Draxin and a shot of Robitussin or something because they're I don't know though, the way they're yelping, hell, they might make it. So,
Good.
But I don't know. They're about the size of a beer can. So I don't
Brent,
know.
put your pants back on.
Sorry, my nipples are hard. You have just joined Cat Talk with Brent and Landon. Next week's episode, we talk shedding and hairballs on the Dryline Farmer podcast.
Oh, dude, if we had a cat podcast, we'd probably get more downloads.
No, it's got to be something to boost our numbers. So yeah, we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk row spacing, or we're gonna have to talk NPK, or we're gonna have to talk fertilizer prices or something, or spacings on your drops on your sprinkler. But
next week we cover dividends and basis.
Also, and following the next week, we have a special guest. It's our lead integrated pest management advisor. He's going to talk about all things miticides, and it's going to be exciting. Just wait. But
just wait till we get on the weed episode.
I just saw a story a couple days ago. New Mexico took in like several $100,000. I guess they legalized recreational marijuana or something, and they sold like $3 or $4 million retail worth of marijuana in like the first weekend, and they like got like $500,000 just in revenue off of that. I'm gonna look that up here real quick. Those numbers might have a decimal point in the wrong place. New Mexico.
So in Mexico, the recreational was illegal, and not the other kind was just legal?
you can do recreational, but you can't do medicinal.
Okay.
If you're sick, you can't use it. Let's see here. New Mexico I was close. New Mexico cannabis sales total more than $3.5 million. This is from KRQE Albuquerque. Let's see. The long-awaited start of retail cannabis sales brought out a lot of New Mexicans over the weekend who were ready to spend millions. From Friday through Sunday, New Mexico cannabis businesses racked up a total of more than $3.5 million in statewide sales. Let's see. Those numbers were reported by the Cannabis Control Division, which tracks sales across the state. On the first day, Friday, April 1st, well, that pretty much sets it. I'm surprised they didn't do it on 420. On the first day, retailers brought in more than 1.9 million. Saturday, top sales of 1 million. And on Sunday, sales of recreational cannabis reached more than $500,000. And on Monday, the unemployment rate shot up to 37.8%. In total, buyers made nearly 58,000 individual transactions. That puts the average at $61 per purchase. Landon, what do you think? How much do you think $61 will get you?
In Mexico?
New Mexico. This is New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico. I was fixing to say, okay, New Mexico.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure their cannabis laws are pretty lenient in Mexico.
That's what I thought. Okay. So no wonder my joke wasn't funny there.
No, I'm like, so $61. What do you think that'll get you?
Maybe you could have a weekend. I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, maybe a nickel or a dime. I don't know. I don't even know what nickel and dime bags mean.
Yeah.
5 ounces or 10 ounces or something. I don't know.
Maybe they throw in some shrooms.
Yeah, right. Also, Arby's, McDonald's, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut all saw skyrocketing sales the following day.
Yeah. McDonald's releases its new Munchies menu.
Yeah. And every 7-Eleven had a slushy shortage. Let's see here. I thought it said where it had the
hacky sacks have sold out.
Yeah. Did you see that Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis and Matthew McConaughey?
No,
The bloopers are pretty good. They have the bloopers, because I mean, obviously it's all scripted. But Matthew, he has who was the movie with? Like him and like some other like Hollywood hunk. He's like, you and Ethan Hawke, weren't y'all were together busy doing your movie? Weren't you worried that there was a sack not being hacked? Oh God, it was funny. So yeah, I mean, okay, $61. People are bitching about $4.50 gas. Somebody's priorities might be out of line a little bit, but
yeah, that's like 10 gallons of gas.
60. Yeah, I know, right? $6.01. Yeah, $6 a gallon, pretty much. Oh man, what's the highest you've seen? I paid $5 diesel down in Houston somewhere. Hell, it's in Vegas. It was $5 the other day.
I don't think I've seen $4 gas yet.
Oh, you don't get out very much because I've seen it.
But it's been close. I've seen at least $3.91, I think.
Yeah, no, there's been $5 diesel in places. It's pretty legit. So maybe we need to start making these things run on cannabis or something. It might be cheaper. All right. Well, guys, we're going to get out of here. We've got almost a full episode here. Landon, where can everybody find you on social media?
No Twit Landon 44.
That's right. You can find me, the podcast, the Dryland Farmer podcast, at Trader Brent. Then we're everywhere you can find podcasts. And, of course, don't forget about our good sponsor here, which is Douglas Plant Health and all the good things they have there. But yeah, we're also on iTunes, Google Play, all those good places. Be sure to leave us a rating and review, and I don't know, that'd be fun. Tell your friends that we're not an ag podcast per se. We're pretty much anything but unless we talk cannabis farming and cats and cat milking. Oh yeah, you can milk anything with nipples. But
maybe next week you can name the cats.
Oh, the boys are already trying to name the cats. I'm like, boys, let's see if they make it through the night first. But what are we going to name them? They'd be dead and deader if they don't make it. But so yeah, that's the first thing. You go buy a freaking kid $high steer, and the first thing, like I brought a steer home last year, and the some bitch was named before I even left, and they weren't even with me. So yeah, but I always made a point of trying not to name them because it just made it that much harder at the end of the year. So anyway, that's how it goes. I don't think I ever named a hog because they were just too stupid to begin with. But anyway, guys, we're going to get out of here. Y'all have a good time out there. Hopefully, I'm not even going to say hopefully it rains because we don't even have a shot of nothing. We're going to have more dry, humping thunderstorms, I think, here in the future. But that's about it. So, guys, until next time, y'all be cool, and we'll ask you, what side of the line are you on?
the Dryline Farmer Podcast, a member of the Global Ag Network. There's podcasts, and then there's this, the Dryline Farmer Podcast.